Greetings, everyone. Sama Morningstar here, and I'm here with my husband, Jeffrey Huckabee, here today. He's helping me to offer you an instructional video for my new line of skincare products called the Green Graces Facial Renewal Kit. And I thought I would make a video instruction manual for you because some of us are very visual learners, and just reading instructions on the page, which is included in your kit if you purchase one, it might be challenging to do, whereas having a little video with you for your first time doing the kit might make it simpler. And it's quite simple, actually. I just wanted to make it as easy as possible to transition to using these high quality, almost 100% edible products for our skin, for your skin, for your face cleansing and rejuvenating program. I developed this program because one of my clients asked if I made a wrinkle cream of some sort. She really loves my body butters. And so I said, gosh, what could I make to meet the needs of what my client is asking for? And so I created a whole home face treatment that you can do, which includes the typical steps that you would have in a professional spa face treatment, but does not include any of the chemical stabilizers, emulsifiers, or other ingredients that are not edible. My herb teacher, my first herb teacher, said something to me that has stuck with me over the years, and that is, do not put anything that you would not eat, or in other words, only put ingredients that you would eat on your skin, because our skin is our biggest organ of absorption as well as elimination. So a lot of skin eruptions, skin rashes, are our skin trying to eliminate some toxin from our body. And unfortunately, many of our skincare products are full of toxins that are chemicals, emulsifiers, petroleum products, all kinds of things that then our body absorbs. And we're so taxed with toxins in our general environment, in our foods, and all of this, that it just adds another whole slew of toxins to our system. So I feel that simplifying and using skincare that is totally edible will eliminate a big chunk of toxic overload from our systems and help us to be more well and vital. So that's my little spiel. And I've done some research on the best herbs to use for skincare, for having vibrant, youthful skin, and for plumping things up where things have been sagging or fine lines and like that. Now, Jeffrey has been working very hard, I'm sure you're aware, from after the fires out in the environment, trying to clean up the woods and clean up where we worked at Harbin Hot Springs, and was exposed to a lot of ash and environmental toxins, and that can build up in the skin. So I'm very glad to be using these wonderful products on Jeffrey to help cleanse his skin, another layer of cleansing out of the environmental toxins. So in your kit, you will find this instruction manual. It's quite simple, and I'm going to go through it with you. So first, to prepare for your face treatment, you'll want to have a couple of washcloths on hand and a larger towel. And I made this so it can be very simple. You can just have these things in your bathroom. The one thing you'll need to do outside your bathroom is heat up some water. And there's two options. I've made facial teas. Now see, a cream or a lotion is made with a combination of a liquid ingredient, whether it's an herbal infusion or a water-based extraction of herbs or aloe vera or some other kind of water-based ingredient, mixed with an oil-based ingredient. And to make oil and water mix, that's where we have to add stabilizers, chemical emulsifiers, and all kinds of things to make them have a shelf life. Otherwise, when oil and water is mixed, it goes bad, it molds. And so preventing that mold is where you get a lot of those added toxic ingredients, even in the best products. If it's a stable cream or lotion, I don't trust it to have non-toxic 100% ingredients. So what I've done is separated, kept the liquid and oil ingredients separate altogether, so we don't have to deal with that. So the cleanser that I have is a cleansing tea. And you'll find this is a cucumber calendula citrus cleansing tea. So all of these ingredients are very simple. You can eat them, and it's a simple tea, and just the water itself and the herbs in there will gently cleanse the skin. The calendula has a sticky quality that attaches to any toxins in your skin and draws them out, as well at the same time as soothing your skin. So what we do to make this tea is we take out a tea bag, just like you'd make any other tea. I have these fill your own tea bags with the open top, and it's long like this so that you can just simply place the tea bag in a cup and hang the top over the edge instead of having a string. That's how it works. And then I have prepared some hot water in a thermos. Just make sure this is the water. There it is. And we're going to steep that tea. And this is what you can do. And this tea will be something that you can drink if you have any left over. So you can put that water in there for the tea. And while that's steeping, I'm going to show you the rest of what's in this so you know what you're looking for. And there's two ways to do this. You'll see on the instructions for the cleansing tea. You can either make the tea like I'm doing here, place the tea bag in a cup, pour the boiling water over it, steep for 5 minutes while you prepare a washcloth, sit down, take some deep breaths, drink some water or lemon water, swirl the tea bag around in the water a bit. And once it cools down, you can use the tea bag to dab your face. Pour some of the tea into a washcloth and wash your face. Another option is to use the tea as a steam, in which case, if you wanted to do that, you could actually simmer the herbs a little bit and to get more of the constituents out, which you can do for the tea as well. And then strain it and put it in your cup once you've simmered it while it's still boiling like this. And I'll demonstrate the steam with Jeffrey here while this, I don't know if you can see the steam rising. Yeah, you can, from the cup as it's steeping. And you would put your face above the tea while it's steeping, whether it's simmered, and you put a towel over it. And you want to close your eyes so the eyes aren't irritated by the steam, and take some deep breaths. How's that, Jeffrey?
That's nice.
So his face is steaming, and while his face is steaming over his teacup, which is a wonderful way to combine the tea bag and steaming method, I'm going to show you the next few things that we're going to do. So after the calendula tea, cleansing tea, we have the apple spice exfoliating mask. Now I have made this into a dry powder that you will add the second tea, the skin food tea, to. So you can make both teas at the same time, or you can wait and make the second tea later if you want to make sure that it's hot. I have both teas prepared. I have the the skin food tea in a thermos here so I can show you the next step. So what I'm going to do for the next step of this face treatment is take a spoonful of the apple spice powder, a small spoonful, and put it, I've included an empty jar. I actually might take a couple of spoonfuls. How are you feeling in there, Jeffrey? You're done? Okay. Couple of spoonfuls in your little jar, and it's going to swell up. So 2 or 3 spoonfuls should do the trick. And I'm using a very small spoon. It's not even a teaspoonful. It's more like half teaspoon. And then you're going to pour the skin food tea in and mix it up. And that will make your exfoliating mask. So there's the skin food tea. And I'm just going to pour enough in to make a paste. And stir it up. And this is nice and warm. And I'm going to let it sit for a minute. That paste. All right. How's your face feeling? Look at how nice and pink he became. You can see where he might be, his skin might be encouraged to release any toxins that might be in there. So if it's cooled off enough, so it's actually quite hot, I might take my washcloth, one of my washcloths, and squeeze the hot tea out of the tea bag into the washcloth, which cools it off enough that then, is that too hot?
That's okay.
We can give him the hot towel. This is the famous hot towel treatment that we all love so much with the facials. Nice. Isn't that nice? And as the tea bag cools off a little bit more, we can keep squeezing the tea bag. There's all kinds of ways that you can get creative with this and do this for yourself. And I like to take the tea bag directly on the skin because then I'm getting those herbs that are in that tea bag that have been activated with the hot water directly on the skin. How's that feel, Jeffrey?
It's really nice.
Yeah, that hot, those warm herbs.
It's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Smells good too.
And it smells good. Okay. So how does that feel? Does that feel nice and cleansed? Okay. So the next step is, we'll set this tea bag aside. The next step is we have tea that's still quite hot, but we can drink that tea later. That's the lovely thing about this face treatment, is all the ingredients are edible.
It's so steamy way to do this all.
You're gonna, well, no, we're gonna, you want to do another steam?
Okay. That's okay.
You could do a second steam. Jeffrey was thinking he might like to do a second steam, but I have this paste ready. And so I'm going, this is an exfoliating mask. So I'm going to gently take a few dabs of this paste and apply it to his face. Now, with a beard, you might not want to go in the beard with the more goopy portions of this face treatment because the goopy stuff could get stuck in the beard. But I can go down where the beard is thin. And now when I'm exfoliating, I want to do small circles and lifting up on the facial skin. So I like to lift up on the nose and exfoliate. And it's not a rough exfoliation. It's actually quite smooth. It has oats and apple and chia seed and hemp seed and cinnamon, all of which are
Smells good.
renowned for their skin, beneficial skin.
It feels like it's opening up my pores or something. What is that? It's like kind of.
Well, there's the pectin of the apples. It is very softening and opening for the skin. The cinnamon is very warming, so it's going to open and plump everything up, which is really great for sagging or wrinkly skin. Everything the blood vessels get opened up, and
really feel
it activates your body's natural inner nourishment for the skin to be really activated. So you can keep adding this more and more on if you want, or keep it fairly thin. And if you like, if your tea is still steaming, once you get a good coat of it on there, you can go ahead and lean down and put your face over the steam and steam it on in there. So as you can see, very simple process. And while he's doing that, just cleaning off my hands a little bit, I'll show you the next part. So he's steaming with the cleansing tea again. I also have the skin food tea, which I used for this paste. And as you can see, I have some left over. That was 3 scoops. So you really only need a tiny bit. I could have gotten away with 1 heaping scoop. So with this, I've given you a little container with a lid that you can close up and put it in the fridge. You could also eat the rest of this. All of the ingredients are perfectly edible. If you wanted to toss it in your oatmeal in the morning, or just take the spoon and eat it right out of there, it'll be very nutritious, superfood ingredients. You can read the ingredient list in your instruction pamphlet. So we also have the skin food tea, which you can also use the tea bag to wipe with, either before or after the mask. You can also steam with this tea. You want to try the skin food tea, Jeffrey? So I have a bowl here, and I'm going to put some of the skin food tea in the bowl. It's a bit darker. It has all the cinnamon in it. And it's a little hotter, straight out of the thermos, so he can go ahead and steam some more. And the steam is going to help open up the pores and help them to help his skin to receive the nutrients from the mask and the herbs from the tea. All are going to be absorbed into his skin, and it's just going to get all plumped up with all of those nutrients, and both from the outside and then from the inside, because as his blood vessels expand and the stimulation of the heat expands, his body's natural skin cleansing functions are being nourished and encouraged to really flush out any toxins that are in there while they're receiving the nutrients, and bringing nutrients from the inside to feed you as well. So that's why it's great to drink the tea while you're doing the treatment. How's it feeling in there, Jeffrey?
Good, and it smells good.
And it smells good. All right. So the next step, once he's done steaming, is we're going to gently wipe that mask off. Are you done?
Sure.
All right. So we can either use the cleansing tea, which is actually probably a better temperature, or you can use the skin food tea. And what I like to do is, I don't want to dip the washcloth in, because I want to keep this tea nice and clean and drinkable. so that I can drink it and we can drink it together. So you're getting the nutrients on the inside. So instead of dipping the washcloth that may have my dirty hands, not too dirty, it's all edible stuff, but we'll just keep it clean. So we're just gonna pour some tea into the washcloth and all over Jeffrey and the table. And we're gonna pour the tea in the washcloth and we're gonna gently wipe off the mask. And we want to get all the goop, the goopy bits.
It's like having apple pie on your face.
It's like having apple pie on your face. That's exactly what it's like. Look at how nice and red his face is. How does that feel?
Nice.
All those blood vessels and capillaries are just opening up and bringing vitality and nutrients right there to the skin. All that heat from the steam, it's just absorbing and drinking in all those nutrients. Oh my goodness. Doesn't he look handsome there? So we're just gently wiping off the little exfoliating bits. Let me get over here with the tea. Okay. Now the next part is the honey cacao mask. It's a raw honey cacao vanilla mask. Now the honey is very hydrating. So first we exfoliated and now we're going to use a hydrating mask. And cacao has tons of antioxidants. So it's one of the most nutritious things that you can put in your body and on your face. And this is raw cacao.
My skin feels really smooth.
It feels very smooth because we exfoliated any roughness off of it. So raw cacao actually has quite a bit more of the antioxidants and nutrients because in the cooking or the heating of the cacao, roasting it, a lot of the antioxidants are destroyed. So here we are with our raw cacao and raw honey, which is also very nutritious because it has all kinds of enzymes and probiotics in it, which are also very healthy for the skin. We're going to take some of this honey mixture and dab it onto the face. And it's very sticky as well. So as we're dabbing, you notice it lifts the face. So as you're applying that to yourself, you can give the skin a lifting sensation every time I dab, and I'm lifting upwards. How's that feel, Jeffrey? And it's a bit exfoliating too, because the cacao is ground up and there's particles of it in there. But we're focusing on the lifting quality of this mixture. Now, if some of it made it into your mouth, that would be okay, because again, this is an edible mask. So we're dabbing and lifting. Getting a little more for the other side of his face. Dabbing and lifting. And so the sticky quality of the honey, just like the calendula, it also will stick to any impurities, any toxins that are in those pores and pull them out, lift them out. So we're thinking of that too as we're dabbing and lifting the skin. It's kind of like taking Scotch tape and sticking it on something and pulling it out. You notice that it sticks and pulls things off. this is much more nutritious. It also has these nutritional benefits. And if you notice while you're breathing, while you're doing your face treatment, that there's a natural process of receiving nutrients on the inhale. So while you're breathing, you can feel the nutrients from these face products being absorbed into your skin. You can feel as you inhale the pores of your skin opening and inhaling and receiving the nutrients. And then on the exhale, your body naturally releases toxins. So as you exhale, you can imagine and feel your skin releasing anything that it's holding, whether it's a physical toxin, an emotional toxin. You can release the tension in your face on the exhale. And as you notice now, I'm really getting a little bit more vigorous with this dabbing and lifting. And you can see how his skin is moving around. And this is sort of a type of massage that we do when we're doing facials in the spas. It's called reverse tapotement. Tapotement is when you do percussion on a body when you're massaging them. This is reverse tapotement. So we're pulling the skin up instead of pounding it down, but in a rhythmical way. So I'm dabbing and lifting, and then you can do taps with your fingers, tapping all around, feeling the sticky mask lifting your skin, lifting things out of your pores, and giving your skin a nice massage. There we go. And if you want to lean back over, you don't have a whole lot of steam coming out of there anymore, but I can give you, would you like a little steam with that, honey,
Sure.
on there? So I'm going to pour some of the tea, some hot tea back into the bowl here for him to steam with. This will probably be your last steam, so you can go ahead and put that over that. So I'm just going to steam. So this is a lovely treatment that you can do on a quite regular basis, actually. If you have a face care routine, it's really doesn't take any more time than just opening up your products. You know, if you make yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in the morning, you can easily make this your morning drink and have it while you are doing your face treatment. And you can do a shortened version of it. And here's the tea. I've mixed the two teas together, the cleansing tea and the skin food tea. And we're going to drink it on up. It's delicious. That cinnamon really does the trick there. And then you can do an extended version and include foot baths or massages for date night or girlfriend's night or anything like that. So you ready to have that honey lifted off there,
Sure.
Jeffrey?
Sure, honey.
All right, honey. So that was step 3, the honey mask. And we're going to take some of the tea and pour it into the washcloth like we did before. And then get the washcloth nice and wet. And we are going to wipe it off his face. And this might take some wiping to get it off all the way. But as you're wiping, you can see that it's giving it a little bit more exfoliation.
It's scrubby.
It's a little bit scrubby because of the ground up. Actually, this is wetting up on this side. And as you're wiping, you want to, as much as possible, well, they say that in the face treatment trainings to always move upward when you're wiping the face. I'm not sure if I entirely agree with that, but you can wipe however it feels good to you in your face. There we go. So you can just keep folding and unfolding the washcloth to get clean sections of it to wipe the cacao and the honey off. And again, breathing and feeling the natural receiving of nutrients on the inhale and releasing of toxins on the exhale. Feeling that happening in all the pores of your face. You turn your face more towards me. And I'm just gonna give it a little more tea. Now, if you're doing this with a shower or a sink at your disposal, you can also wash with fresh water. And hopefully you will have clean water to wash with, either a shower filter or a sink filter or a whole house filter if you live somewhere where the water is chlorinated. But I like to cleanse the face with the tea because it's continuing to give good nutrients to the skin. All right, just about done here. Jeffrey's got just a few more bits to wipe off. Okay, how's that feeling?
Nice.
Looking good. All right, so the last step of the process, I have made a new face serum, which actually this is the least edible of the ingredients of the parts of this kit because there are essential oils in this. All the other ones I used whole herbs to give the scent and the properties. This one I wanted to bring in a little bit more concentration to really give the skin that's been opened up a burst of healing energy and healing substances. So there's debate about whether or not to ingest essential oils. I'm tending on the more conservative side of things because they're so concentrated and these are very diluted in here. But in general, it's so concentrated that, you know, it's very easy to get too much. And so I've diluted it down so it's not too much for the skin. And this is just going to go on the skin, which helps to regulate how much actually gets inside of you and distribute it in a healthy way in your body. So this is a serum and it's in a roll-on bottle. So you can be very conservative and sparing with its application. So we're just going to roll on in the places on Jeffrey's face where things might be a little bit There might be a little bit of creasing or tiredness, worry lines, crow's feet, wherever we want to just add a little bit extra serum. And then we can massage it in. Maybe a little bit more under the eyes. Here we go. All right, there you go. And you can see that his face is really, his skin is really receiving lots of, there's some redness, there's some openness, the capillaries are really activated. How does your face feel?
Feels really nice. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Oh. Oh. So there you have it. There's the instructions for your Green Graces new day, new face. Let's put a new face on it. I hope you enjoy, and please feel free to contact me with any questions. You can email me at samananda108@gmail.com, which is in your instructions. And you can also sign up for my my email newsletter at my website at samamorningstar.com. I look forward to hearing from you, and enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.